This German Steve fan. Maintaining off Jeremy sort of shouting at him and stuff, you think?
It's not like anyone else is told him which gear to change it to.
The British Touring Car Championship, the World Touring Car Championship, the British Rally Championship. That's Stig's Dominion.
Here he comes.
Come on, let's have it. 2.
Yeah.
40.
Yo. 5 seconds faster.
All that remained was to lap Hammond's crash-damaged death trap. There are quite a lot of right-hand turns, aren't there, in that first bit?
Yeah. You're really putting a lot of stress on the front left suspension.
Exactly.
If your car had had, let's say, an accident and had been mended cheaply on the front left corner.
Stop talking. Now, here's stiff. There's one important thing I have to tell you about this car before we get Oh, it's waiting to see. Just the front wheel coming across the line in about 2 minutes' time.
Well, I'm just waiting to hear the unmistakable sound of metal snapping. Of arterial blood.
120 miles an hour across, only scored 6.
I'm Ami-san, and this is my collection with video and versa.
What's some more money?
If I were to describe my style, I would say it's very polished, but it's also really fun. Now that I'm a mom of 2, I really want
That is him making that noise, isn't it?
Oh my god. Just insanely easy wheelies here.
Yep. You can even do them at speed. You don't get pretty high up, but
You can still do them though, which unlike any other bike you can't.
yeah, exactly.
Is there a blinker? No. Wheelie the stop sign, or that's gonna immediately get
That,
pulled?
you immediately get pulled. But that truck's missing a fender. That's weird. Oh, fuck this.
Oh, that might get us pulled over. Yeah,
Oh! What the fuck? Oh, now it's under his. This is the most.
Jamie and Adam are testing a myth that if your car swerves off the road and into a body of water, to get out alive, You have to wait until it's completely submerged and full of water before you can open the door.
So did you know last year AAA estimated 11,000 vehicles went off the road and into the water, and as a result of those accidents, 300 people died.
Holy cow, that's a lot of people. I thought it was more like a freak accident.
Now apparently it's a lot more common than that.
Well, maybe we can help raise awareness a bit as to what these people are facing.
And what better way to raise awareness than to raise themselves in a car into the sky and plunge into a pool? What the are we doing? Remember, when Adam goes 13 feet under, he won't be wearing breathing apparatus. The paramedics are on their toes, and Adam has his escape strategy all worked out.
I'm going to try to start opening this door the moment I see the water get above my glass. Now, if the myth is true, I won't be able to open that door until the water level inside the car gets to the same point.
Deep breaths, Adam. Deep breaths. It's way too late to put on the brakes.
I couldn't stop now if I wanted to.
As the water rushes in, Adam is getting that sinking feeling.
Oh, man.
The crane chains go slack, and the car is sinking on its own. The 700-pound fake engine is taking it down nose first, exactly as it would in a real situation.
The water's up to my butt now. Alright. Okay, moving past my waist. Now I can start to see under the water. Oh, I gotta turn up under the windshield. Wow, I can feel the pressure. Alright. I'll let a couple more breaths here.
Adam's never this quiet. So what's going on down there? The water is leaking in from every open crevice in the car, and Adam is now fully under. He holds his breath, tugs on the door, pushes his whole weight against it, but nothing happens. Finally, he can't hold his breath any longer and signals for Jamie to pass him the regulator. When the pressure ultimately equalizes, he opens the door and swims to the surface. But it was too late. Ah! Woo! Ah!
That's intense! No matter how you slice it. I died. Let's just put it that way.
Well, that's put a dampener on things. From the time the water hit Adam's knees to when he surfaced took just 1 minute and 51 seconds. But that's a long time when you're drowning.
The fact is, even though you do go vertical, you don't feel like it because the water is filling the cabin at that point. So you can kind of float it. I held my breath at it for what felt like 30 seconds, trying to push open that door, using my legs, bracing up inside the cabin.
Well, you died.
Yeah, I died.
Jamie's passive observer view was a little eerie.
I'm just sitting there watching the guy drown. He's like just going nuts on that door. He's really using up his oxygen. And it didn't take him that long to run out. You don't want to be in a car when it goes down like that. It's scary.
The bottom line is, Adam ran out of air before he could open the door.
That myth is confirmed.
Yeah? I don't know. What are you playing with you? What sounds good to you, Mom?
I could not open the door until the cap seemed to be full of water for a while.
Mom,
When this happens, they count on you.
don't stress me.
And you can count on us. Count on USAA. Members who switch saved an average of $840 a year on car insurance.
You're supposed to sit in the car, let it fill up with water until the pressure equalizes and you open the door and get out. Well, let's see what really happened.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action.
We're now on the water. Now, surprisingly, it's sinking fast from the back. I didn't expect that. I can hear the water coming in. So on my feet. It's a very strange feeling. I feel the panic rising with the water, hearing the voice through my ankles. The central locking is going crazy. Now I can see the water at the glass, and that is scary. It's going up to the stomach. It's controlling the panic. I'm starting to get my throats ready. We're leaning a lot as well. Say the last bit there. Because there's no people who've been sitting here for ages. I'm going to have to take my last breath. We're going to go sideways. This is very frightening. Now remember, the theory goes that as soon as the car fills with water, the pressure should be equalized and the doors should open easily. But as the car sank, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't open the door. It was 30 seconds since I'd taken my last breath. 30 seconds since I should have been able to open that door. But still, it wouldn't budge. I realized I wasn't going to get out. Eventually, the car hit the bottom of the tank, but it still took more precious seconds for the water pressure to equalize. Only then could I open the door and escape. If it was for real, I'm pretty sure I would have drowned. So did you die
In the making of that film.
Yeah, if it was real, yes, I did.
And the thing is, it was very lucky you were in the GL model, because that was the one that did come with Diver in the backseat with the Aqualung.
Yeah. Been in hell.
I just got to get straight in my head. If the thing's sinking, you have to wait for it to get to the bottom.
Yes, because as it sinks, there's always greater pressure on the outside, basically. It doesn't catch up until it stays
So
the
you have
same.
to wait for it to get to the bottom, then you can get out.
And then the pressure slowly equalizes and you can get out and swim.
Which is all right if it's, 5-10 feet deep?
Yeah, I mean, it could be 150 feet. So that advice goes out the window, basically. And Rosper now say, if you do drive into the water, get out as fast as you can. Don't mess about. So I gave that a go as well.
Did you dive that time?
Well, let's find out.
5, 4, 3,
Here we go.
2, 1,
Okay, going in from a big drop this time. Straight in the water. Now we'll try the windows. Nothing. Inside the door. It's very difficult. Well, I went for the windows. As the advice said, nothing doing. And it sank quickly that time. But I went for the door straight away. And as I tried it, I felt like I wrenched my arm. It started okay. As soon as the car started to descend, you could just feel it. It was just getting harder to do. So there you go. If you do drive into the drink, according to my experience and what Rosper says, just get out as fast as you can.
Okay. Okay, guys, we're just killing time right now. Just having fun. Seeing how everyone's doing.
Dunkin' Refreshers. Available in strawberry dragon fruit, tropical guava, and maple pineapple.
I want to make some money.
$2 medium for Dunkin' Rewards members. Eczema isn't always obvious. Eczema isn't.
On this episode of Mythbusters, Jamie and Adam get that sinking feeling.
Oh man, the sound is so wrong.
To test the myth that if your vehicle plunges into the drain, are you done, or is there a way to escape? And meanwhile, in the biggest build of its kind in history,
This is going to be the biggest piece of paper ever.
Grant, Tori, and Carrie attempt to squash the myth that it's an impossible task to fold a piece of paper more than 7 times.
No, you sounded so much easier on paper.
Who are the Mythbusters? Adam Savage and Jamie Heineman.
Almost too excited.
Between them, more than 30 years of special effects experience.
Cue dramatic music.
Joining them, Carrie Byron,
That's gonna be so cool.
Grant Imahara,
Listen to that baby purr.
and Tori Belleci.
Paramedics are nowhere to be found.
They don't just tell the myths, they put them to the test.
Underwater car escape. Something tells me this involves a car in the water.
Shockingly, that is true. This is what I've been wanting to do almost since we started doing this show. The myth is that you're in a car, it goes over the side of a break or something into the water, it starts to sink. The myth is you will not be able to open that door until the captain fills with the water. And then you can open the door and escape.
Sounds like it might be kind of close though.
That's exactly what we're going to find out.
It's the stuff of nightmares and spectacular movie stunts, but this sinking scenario is a real-life life threat. So, if you're in a vehicle that takes a dive into the drain, is it possible to escape, or would a watery grave be your fate? The myth is, if you're trapped in a sinking car, you have to wait until the cabin fills up water and the pressure equalizes before it's possible to open the door and swim free.
I think it's pretty obvious what the plan for this one should be.
We got to get a real car. We got to put it in the water and get inside it and go down with it.
Really, I've always wanted to be the dude in the car. You gotta let me be the dude in the car.
You can be the dude in the car.
Yes! Dude, better you than me. But before he gets his feet wet, Adam first sets up a small-scale pressure test. He fills a 3-foot-deep cylindrical tank with water. It's an interestingly improvised, rubbery contrivance that makes perfect sense to him.
On the right here is a box which represents my car. And like a car, it will let water in, but slowly. It'll leak out of a lot of the corners and edges. And when you see that happening, hopefully this unit will demonstrate that the pressure is higher here on this drum that's in the open water than it is on this drum that's in the car.
Adam places a small piece of Perspex loosely on the underside of the box that will represent the door of his car. Ready? Each foot the drum is lowered is equivalent to half a PSI of pressure. In the real world, that's a crushing 1,000 to 2,000 pounds of force on a door.
That's the pressure inside the car. That's the pressure of the water outside the car. If you're inside this car, you're trying to open this door. You can't because the pressure outside is higher than the pressure inside. Pressure differential. It's happening.
Pressure differential occurs because water exerts greater pressure than air. When a vehicle sinks, the water presses on the doors, holding them shut. When the cabin fills with water, the inside pressure becomes the same as the outside, and it's only then its grip is released. After building up and up, the two lines finally meet.
Watch this door. Watch this door.
and release.
There it goes.
To test this theory in a real-life situation, the plan is to suspend the car from a crane. Adam will be the trap driver in front, while Jamie will be in back wearing a rebreather. Then the car will be lowered into the watery depths, with safety divers monitoring the entire operation. Fresh from the classifieds, Jamie has found a classic American sedan with power windows. It runs great.
Never to start again.
Now,
I had a Ford Taurus.
First thing we need to do is remove the engine from the car because any oil, any fluids that would foul the water is going to be a problem.
first he cuts the welds that hold the engine in place. Wisely putting safety before style, Jamie torches without his beret. Then he ties a chain around the engine that is attached to a forklift. Time to give it a gentle tug. Looks like it doesn't want to come out.
No, it's holding it.
Maybe it just needs a little coaxing.
What's the matter? Haven't you ever seen somebody work on a car with an axe?
His opponent has been wounded and is starting to weaken.
It's coming.
After a protracted battle, the engine finally succumbs. Jamie is victorious, but the thrill of the kill has gone to his head.
I had to remove the engine from the car to clean the car up. So I did.
Well, there's your problem.
Now that the engine is out, he needs to add its equivalent weight back in.
This thing right here is our engine surrogate. We need to simulate the amount of weight that it represented because the car might settle into the water differently if we don't.
700 pounds of weight is lowered into the cavity.
This is Jamie's new hydrogen fuel cell engine.
And with the weighting checked off, it's time to make like Keith Moon and drive the car into the pool. To conduct their test, Campo Lindo High School in Morega is kindly letting us use their aquatic center. Go Cougars!
This is a high school diving pool, and this is where we're going to sink our car. It's about 13 feet deep right here, which should be plenty for us to do our test. It's nice and warm. It'll be great.
Jamie's auto arrives on location. The engine cavity has been steam cleaned, so every trace of oil and grease is gone and won't foul the waters.
Where's the engine?
They attach heavy chains under, over, and in between the body of the car and fasten them to a hook suspended from a crane. This vehicle may not be able to drive, but it sure can fly.
Don't let it go too fast.
No, I know.
You're going to have trouble stopping it. There we go.
They park it on the side of the pool.
Lovely.
Then the crew mounts underwater cameras both inside and out for a fisheye view of what's happening beneath the surface. Aside from his burning enthusiasm, Adam has a burning question for safety diver Sean.
All right, Sean. So I'm gonna be in this car. It's gonna start filling up with water. I'm gonna hold my breath, but when I run out, what's the backup?
Well, the backup is sitting in your passenger seat right there.
This
40 cubic feet of air waiting for you with a 5-foot-long hose. Remember to purge it and breathe normally.
That's already
Get you out of there. Ready to
Okay.
go?
And Jamie will be sitting here in his rebreather with this standing by in case I need it.
Correct.
Jamie isn't in the back just to look pretty. He's a certified dive master with 30 years of experience and 3,000 dives under his white belt.
I'm just going to be sitting there relaxing, waiting for Adam to freak out, and then I'll be right there with it regulated.
So as not to skew the test by adding extra air, Jamie will be using a rebreather instead of regular scuba tanks. Rebreathers recycle exhaled breath and therefore don't create bubbles. It's a self-contained unit that's very 007. Adam's starting to lose his cool.
I'm actually a little freaked out because I'm going to be like holding myself up off the dashboard. I'll be like face planted in the windshield of this thing. I didn't take that into account, and it's going to make this a lot more difficult to stay focused and calm.
Let's go do it.
The safety divers swim into position. And Jamie has some final sage words of advice.
Adam, I only have one thing to say.
Yeah.
Don't pee in the pool. Because I'm in the car there with you.
Time for Adam to get inside for the ride of his life.
Ready?
I'm all set.
So, wearing no scuba gear, 13 feet underwater, does Adam think he'll sink or swim?
I think it's entirely likely I may need oxygen before this test is complete.
Okay, get the gear. Is that a problem?
Jamie and Adam are testing the myth that if your car swerves off the road and into a body
It's already
of
11
water,
o'clock already.
to get
Wow.
out alive, you have to wait
11
until
o'clock.
it's completely submerged and full of water before you can open the door.
So did you know last year, AAA estimated 11,000 vehicles went off the road and into the water, and as a result of those
I mean, just more beast stores later on tonight.
died.
Holy cow, that's a lot of people.
Right now, I'm just gonna kill some time. Got things to say, guys. Put in the chat. I'll read it.
Well, maybe we can help raise awareness a bit as to what these people are facing.
And what better way to raise awareness than to raise themselves in a car to the sky and plunge into a pool?
What the are we doing?
Remember, when Adam goes 13 feet under, he won't be wearing breathing apparatus. The paramedics are on their toes, and Adam has his escape strategy all worked out.
I'm going to try to start opening this door the moment I see the water get above my glass. Now, if the myth is true, I won't be able to open that door until the water level inside the car gets to the same point.
Deep breaths, Adam. Deep breaths. It's way too late to put on the brakes.
I couldn't stop now if I wanted to.
As the water rushes in, Adam is getting that sinking feeling.
Oh man.
The crane chains go slack, and the car is sinking on its own. The 700-pound fake engine is taking it down nose first, exactly as it would in a real situation.
The water's up to my butt now. Alright. Okay, it's coming past my legs. Now I can start to see under the water. Oh my god, it's coming up under the windshield. Wow, I can feel the pressure. Alright. I only have a couple more breaths here.
Adam's never this quiet. So what's going on down there? The water is leaking in from every open crevice in the car, and Adam is now fully under. He holds his breath, tugs on the door, pushes his whole weight against it, but nothing happens. Finally, he can't hold his breath any longer and signals for Jamie to pass him the regulator. When the pressure ultimately equalizes,
So what's up? How's everyone doing this Sunday?
to the surface. But it was too late.
That's intense! No matter how you slice it. I died. Let's just put it that way.
Well, that's put a dampener on things. From the time the water hit Adam's knees to when he surfaced took just 1 minute and 51 seconds. But that's a long time when you're drowning.
The fact is, even though you do go vertical, you don't feel like it because the water's filling the cabin at that point. So you're kind of floating. I held my breath, I don't know, what felt like 30 seconds trying to push open that door. Using my legs, bracing up inside the cabin. Well,
You died.
yeah, I died.
Jamie's passive observer view was a little eerie.
I'm just sitting there watching the guy drown. He's like just going nuts on that door. He's really using up his oxygen. And it didn't take him that long to run out. You don't want to be in a car when it goes down like that. It's scary.
The bottom line is Adam ran out of air before he could open the door.
That bit is confirmed. I could not open the door until the cap seemed to be full of water for a while.
Yeah, you were giving it all you could, and you just weren't able to do anything with that door until we started to level out. That's the point that you opened the door.
Yeah.
and that was quite a while.
Differential pressure can be such a downer. But now, let's cut to a new myth.
All right, this myth has been around forever.
Okay, what is it?
You can't fold a piece of paper in half more than 7 times.
I don't believe it. Let's do it.
That's why I brought a piece of paper.
All right, let's see. Show us. All right, that's 1.
This myth is a Mythbusters fan site special request. It's a theory that most people first hear in elementary school, and Carrie is finding out it isn't child's play.
Now break the table. There's 7. Come on, Carrie, one more. One more, you can do it.
Pump it. Everything up yet? Yeah.
Yeah.
That, 8 does. I don't think 8 worked. I think that's 7.
You know, there's got to be a way to fold this piece of paper more than 7 times. Okay, well, let's break this down and figure out what it takes to fold it 8 times more.
I have a feeling you're going to get math involved again.
Correct, Carrie. It's called exponential growth. Every time you fold a piece of paper in half, it gets twice as small and twice as thick. A piece of paper folded just 7 times quickly multiplies to 128 layers. 8 folds doubles again to 256 layers. And the theory is, this is too thick to bend.
Folding paper is so exciting.
To add even more excitement, the team is going to try to bust this myth by making it a friendly competition.
Okay, so the challenge is each of us has 2 hours to take these pieces of paper and see how many times we can fold them. The person that folds them the most wins.
Using standard letter 8.5 by 11 office paper, our first contender, Tori Belleci, steps up.
First, you must massage the paper to get it relaxed so that it'll fold easier. It's 1.
Tori's basic method of folding and rotating is smooth all the way, until he gets to number 7.
This is a tricky one here.
To bend the paper to his will, he needs reinforcements. Just a gentle nudge is all it needs.
Number 8.
Is he about to wrench this myth open already? The pressure is on to bring it home to 8.
8. Got it.
Or did he? His fellow competitors are not convinced his brute strength technique really worked.
I think he managed to wad it in half 8 times, but look. That's not half. There's 1.
That's not a
Oh, you cut the paper.
Cut the paper.
Cut the paper. I'm sorry, dude.
Nope.
Grant's thinking along different lines.
I'm going to try folding along the diagonal and see if that gives me an advantage.
Redness and bumps? Get irritation defense for your pubic area. Venus for pubic hair and skin.
This crispy chicken is from a taco place. This crispy chicken is from a taco place? A taco place? Taco place. Comes in a burrito too.
At your taco place, it's also a chicken place that's also a taco place.
The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. You get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same.
Walmart's got low prices for back to school. With tech from $9, kids fashion from $4, and school supplies starting at 25 cents. Shop back to school for less at Walmart.
But Grant can't even crack the 7-fold mark. All intellect thrown out the door, it becomes a Tyson-esque battle between a man and a piece of paper.
Okay, there's almost 7. Obviously, the diagonal's not going to work.
Carrie's tactic is to focus on the
Hello.
My way of tackling
Nope,
this
too hot.
fold problem is to hopefully
use a little bit of compression, a little bit of steam.
It's relaxing right now. That's all I'm doing right now. Just relaxing for a little bit.
Last fold, which seems to be a problem, a little bit easier.
A homespun touch might be just what this myth needs. After ironing a perfect crease, she rubs it with fine sandpaper.
It's just gonna be a tiny bit thinner. Maybe just that microscope.
We're outside already today, so we're out again.
Her idea may just iron out the kinks in this competition.
When you're done with this, that's when you can come over and iron my newspaper.
But she too runs out of steam at 7.
7 times. That's it. This ends up being spit wad.
Meanwhile, Grant has really been pondering this paper puzzle.
Okay, so I think that this is actually a dimensional problem. And here, this is a piece of 20-pound.
Yeah, I heard about that on WXYZ 7 News on YouTube,
3/1000 of an inch.
which is a Detroit channel.
So, if I
Heard about
make
that
it
first.
thinner, theoretically, I should be able to get more folds in the same amount of space. And that's why I have this. This is tracing paper. Technically still paper.
Isn't it a little early in the game to start cheating?
Still paper.
A cheat? Quite the contrary. Grant sees himself as a purist.
No hammer. No clamp. No sanding.
Plus, he has a
No.
cunning plan to fold lengthwise repeatedly, then widthwise repeatedly.
Now for the folding in half.
If you fold a piece of paper in alternating directions, it doesn't constrain itself with each fold. So it's easier to keep folding.
There's number 8.
But someone still doesn't want to concede defeat.
No, across the street from the mall. No, Target's across the street from the mall. Bless you.
Tori and Carrie are trying to burn a hole in the 7 paper fold myth.
You got something you want to say, Grant?
As a matter of fact, I do. I think it's clear that I won the competition with 8 folds, and not only did I win, I busted the myth.
Maybe.
You know what, though? You got 8 folds, but you changed the method of the folding. The obvious way would be to fold it in half, turn it 90 degrees, and fold it again. Every time we tried to do that, we couldn't get more than 7 folds. I mean, there might be some truth to this myth.
Well, if we use a really big piece of paper, I think there's a possibility.
No, I'm going to dance tomorrow, though.
Okay. Then let's get the biggest piece of seamless paper we can find and try it again.
All right then. They rolled out the biggest seamless piece of paper they could find, 12.5 by 15 feet. In theory, increasing the paper's dimensions should make it easier to reach the elusive 8-fold goal.
But I will do pinball later on today, maybe.
This exercise.
For the first couple of folds, the paper is a pushover, but it's shrinking with surprising speed.
Nope, chocolate beer. I got Coke, though.
Real small, real fast.
Sure does.
This is 6. It's starting to get feisty.
I don't know about you guys, but it's not looking good for the Mythbusters.
They reach the 7th fold, and now to go for the number 8 and break the myth.
All right, you're making a mess of my paper.
This is 7. We're supposed to get one more fold.
Oh, maybe.
Good luck.
But no matter what sick methods of intimidation they try, the paper doesn't break. Ladies and gentlemen, the pulp is victorious.
I have to say, this is not looking like an honest 8. It's looking like an honest 7. But unless it just stays in that folded position, I think this 8 might be a little sketchy.
Stretching.
The team is all torn up, even using a piece of paper the size of a room, 288 times larger than the letter-size paper. They couldn't crack the 7-fold seal. So now what?
This is 6 times thicker than the tracing paper. If we can learn anything from this little exercise, it would be we need to go thinner and we need to go bigger.
Bigger? You got it, Carrie. No one knows space like NASA, and they have plenty of it at an empty airship hangar they've given us clearance to use at Moffett Field. At more than 200 feet high, 1,000 feet long, and 300 feet wide, our crew will really be able to explore the outer reaches of this myth. Their mission? To fold a piece of paper that's almost the size of a football field. The biggest attempt of its kind in the world.
Wow.
It's huge.
Oh yeah.
Because there's not a piece of seamless paper on the planet big enough, the plan is to get 17 individual rolls and lay them out side by side, covering 170 by 220 feet. The team will join them together with double-sided tape. Then they'll use whatever methods necessary to try and fold it
A steamroller?
into submission.
Basically, you have to fill this whole area.
Yeah, well, we have 170 feet this way and 220 this way before we get to any equipment. So will that work out for us?
Yeah, it's perfect to scale up an 8.5 by 11 sheet.
We have a lot of work.
Mythbusters.
Let's roll.
All the way back right to this corner right here.
The paper they're using is special order.
This is the thickness of regular office paper, about 3 thousandths. What we tried to do in the shop where we couldn't get 7 folds was twice as thick as this. And when you're talking about trying to achieve this myth, thickness of the paper is really important.
Going larger and thinner might just give them the edge they need to beat this myth. They position the first roll, give it a push, and they're off.
This is gonna be the biggest piece of paper ever. One down. 16 more to go.
Their first 220 feet of scroll has been successfully unrolled. To secure roll number 2, they need
Double-sided tape.
inch by inch. They press the sticky stuff along the edge of the paper.
Keep it in line.
Now, this, folks, is an example of highly focused, synchronized taping teamwork in action.
Not yet.
Time to truck in roll number 2.
Coming down.
Roll down, tape down. I think we get the concept.
I hear this is good for your back.
The art of paper folding is an intricate and time-consuming pursuit that is also often very rewarding. As they set up for the biggest paper folding attempt in history, our team is having difficulty appreciating this.
Maybe I just lie here and it'll get itself done.
The problem we have right now is I don't think any of us is realizing exactly the kind of scale we're talking about for this experiment. Essentially, this is a sheet of paper the size of a football field, and just maneuvering that, even seaming it together so it's one piece of paper, is going to be a major challenge.
Better put them in lockdown so they can't escape.
So it sounded so much easier on paper.
Back at the pool, Jamie and Adam are testing ways to escape a car that's plunged into the drain.
No, I haven't heard nothing yet.
Discovered that if you wait for the cabin to fill with water so the differential pressure equalizes and releases its grip on the doors, it could be too late. Now, they're going to try out a modified survival technique.
Oh, here we are, day 2.
The first maneuver on their cheating death checklist is to try and open the door before the car starts to sink.
I figured for this particular technique to work, you need to do it right the minute you hit the water. If you hesitate, it's all over. You gotta ride it out.
Here we go! Adam's plan of action is,
I'm just gonna wait until the water gets to my ankles, and then I'm gonna try and open the door. Here we go. Oh man, the sound is so long.
the water rushes in.
Yeah, starting to see it on the floor. And it's coming up to my ankles. Now we'll try to pull it.
And Adam rushes out.
Surface exit via the door, totally viable. I waited until the water was up to the top of my shoes, and I was still able to push this door open.
The water rises slowly upwards. Next, he's going to wait until it gets to his waist.
Okay, that's my shoes. Halfway up my shins. All right, now I'm looking at. Oh my God, it's at my knees. I'm not going to be able to open this door. Wait.
This one's no pushover. As the water level climbs, so does the amount of pressure. And Adam has to brace himself against the opposite door to force it open.
I did not hear that.
I was able to do it.
But only just. This time he's going even higher.
I'm going to wait until I see water hit the top of this window. Then I'm going to use all my strength against the opposite door to try and push it open.
If they're even on, maybe golf or something's on right now tonight.
All right.
Who knows?
Get to the top of the window here. All right, here we go. It's almost at the top. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, go.
The differential pressure on the other side of the door has become too strong and
Been to Traverse City a few times.
Adam gamely
Been to Acme a few times too.
but he's like a krill fighting away.
And I've actually been to that. And the funny thing is, I've actually been to that Walmart once. I've been to that Walmart one time or twice. I've been to that Walmart before, so it's really hard. It's really hard on me.
I think we found the cutoff point. Actually, the car via the door.
I have been to that Walmart at least one time.
Very small window. By the time you can see water halfway up the window, it's pretty much too late.
Back over at Paperfold HQ.
I don't like watching golf, but I do golf. I used to golf all the time when I was younger. I have a whole bag of golf clubs in the basement. I have a whole bag of golf clubs in the garage.
They better tread very carefully. The art of paper folding, known as origami, is believed to have originated as long ago as the 1st century AD in China. Masters of the craft believe
I've been to that Walmart in years. I've been to that Walmart one time, and that was over 10 years ago.
It looks like a big giant diaper.
That might be a stretch for our knowledge.
I've been to that Walmart over 10 years.
But finally, they reach the last joint.
There's been the Meyer nearby.
Disperse yourself at even intervals.
Yeah. We gotta space out.
And so the paper becomes one.
That went so much better than I thought.
I don't think so.
I thought this was gonna be hard.
18 holes take a whole day.
Down from a bird's eye view.
Do 6 in the. I used to golf once a year. Take six holes in the morning, eat lunch, 6 holes to finish. It takes a whole day to golf.
I think this is gonna be probably the biggest.
I don't know how much it
fold
costs to go
piece of
golfing.
paper more than 7 times.
Actually, in 2002, there's this high school student named Brittany Gallivan, and for an extra credit project, she did
3 of them.
fold and got more than 7 folds.
What? How?
She used toilet paper and folded it lengthwise, but the toilet paper was 4,000 feet long.
How many folds did she get?
She got 12 folds. She had to use a shopping mall, and it took over 7 hours to fold.
Wow, that's impressive.
We got bowling out here in town. I have Fudge Me Bowling on the channel somewhere.
I still think the spirit of the myth is folding it in half, turning it.
I got bowling videos around here somewhere on the channel, I think. I'm not
That's
sure.
true. And
I had to look into it.
The spirit of the myth. That record is still up for grabs.
I got Fudge Me Bowling. I got some footage of me bowling all the time.
With the paper build finished, they can finally begin folding. It's socks only as the whole Mythbusters crew grabs an edge.
Everyone ready? All right, here we go.
Slowly.
Slowly.
I suck at darts.
Pull back the paper, being very careful where they
Pool. There's no pools around here.
stand, but the
There's a pool at the hotel.
aren't their only worry.
Or the hospital has a pool.
Worry is that this
But
paper's gonna rip
I'm not
and
paying
try and fold
that much money at Health Track to do it.
really thin. And the size of these pieces of paper.
About
so
150.
heavy. I just
Are we talking about real bowling or game bowl or virtual bowling?
Is there an ill wind blowing?
It's already a really,
Physical
really
bowling.
difficult task. The paper has got the littlest breeze and starts to fly.
One rip and their best laid plans will be shredded.
we gotta sit.
Oh, I don't do good at pool.
If you drive
Oh,
your
you
car into the drain,
real bowling?
you can't get
About
it
150.
unless you open a door.
150 in real bowling, about 150, 160.
So it's that
In 8-ball, I suck at it. At pool, I suck at pool.
We know it's pretty much impossible to open.
8-ball, I
the door
suck at.
once the car is submerged and underwater. The question everyone asks after that
For real
is,
bowling,
well, why didn't
what
you
about
open the
150,
window?
160? It
That's what I'm gonna
depends
do is
how I
check
am
this
that
to find
day.
out. I have one electrically powered window and I have one manual powered window. I'm going to put them under the same kind of strain that they'd experience.
So we'll see.
underwater, and try to open it.
The 350 pounds Adam is adding is equivalent to the pressure the window would be under at a depth of just 2 feet.
I do not know of a more
About 200. I mean, about 200. And virtual bowling, about 200.
Then he tries to crank it open.
I should point out, I'm in a really good position for leverage to open this window.
There's not even a sliver of a crack.
There it goes. It just failed. Yeah, the gear just slipped. Under that kind of pressure, there's so much force pushing the glass against the frame of the car.
It's bowling. It's Sunday.
Maybe
I don't.
electric windows have more power, but the common perception is they don't even work underwater.
This is the electric door, and the first thing I want to do is dump the electric door in this container with the battery and see how long the electrics hold out for. Okay, here we go.
I can't go bowling today. Today it's Sunday. It's league day, so no, I'm not bowling today. We can go bowling in a future date, maybe. I have to figure out what day, but I have to find a day that we can go bowling. Then no one's around. I don't got electronic bowling game today here with me. All I got here's pinball, which I'll do pinball later on today, but I got no bowling games. Sorry, I don't have no bowling games around here. All I have is pinball. Pinball and Xbox is all I have. Bowling, I don't have the Atari disc anymore. I got rid of the Atari disc a few months ago. So I can't bowl anymore on Xbox. So yeah. I'll do pinball later, but I won't be able to do bowling though. Sorry. I'll do pinball later on today, maybe.
Let it steep.
Mom.
When this happens, they count on
What is Elite
Don't stress me.
Wednesday?
And you can count on us. Count on USAA. Members who switch save an average of $840 a year on car insurance.
Razor bumps? Get a shave with a touch of
Don't you mean leap year? Which happens every 4 years?
Smooth sensitive.
February 29th is leap day.
Of course. Fill your potatoes, eggs, and pasta. Hello, creaminess. Philadelphia, a creamy touch of magic.
I'm amazing. Leap day is actually February 29th. February 29th is leap day. What happens every 4 years?
A car that doesn't truly transport you is a car.
I don't know. We'll see. I got no money right now, so I can't do that right now. Besides, it's pricey to go bowling.
After 45 minutes, surprisingly, it's still going strong.
So you shouldn't be counting on the electrics to allow you to open up the electric window, but it certainly
I don't know.
short out immediately like I thought it would.
So it's not out of the question that power windows could still work underwater. But what about the effect of differential pressure?
Ready?
The burden of 300
No, I had to rent them.
pressing down on the glass is a real pain.
No, it's not budging. You can see it flex.
Yeah, you can see it trying, but it ain't going nowhere.
So with electric or manual windows, neither would you.
Automatic windows, you are just as screwed as you are with manual windows. 350 pounds of pressure. That's only 2 feet underwater. It's like the bare minimum you'd be encountering. As long as there's still air in the cabin of the car, you would not be able to open this window.
But Adam isn't prepared to expire a third time.
Now that we know you can't open that window because of the pressure, the question remains as to how to open that window. And I'd say you break it. The question is how.
Their plan is to try to break the glass using various items you'd likely have within your reach inside a submerged vehicle. For starters, keys.
All right, you ready?
Go for it.
Adam smacks the glass, but it doesn't crack.
I'm actually going to get a good solid hit on that. Nothing. I'd say keys are busted.
Next on call, a cell phone.
You just pounding for your life. You're screwed.
Then Adam suits up for another attempt.
So Adam, this is like you've just stolen a car and you got a little carried away and escaping the cops, and now you're underwater, so you're in trouble.
Right, is that my motivation?
Yeah.
Right.
So, busting an escape hole might be possible with steel-toed boots.
Ooh, that's so cool. Okay, I'm gonna get to kicking this window out right away.
But the window doesn't crumble. If he had just carried out his community service sentence, he would have lived.
Nothing.
Nope.
None of the items that would be laying around randomly in your car worked for us to break a window. So we get to try the commercially available ones. This is a hammer thing with a point on it, and this is a spring-loaded punch.
They tried the underwater emergency hammer first.
Oh!
What a difference.
Wow!
One hit.
That was instantaneous.
They darn well.
That works.
Amazing. A product that does exactly what it says on the box. Next up is a store-bought center punch device, a tool that's normally used to dent a surface prior to drilling.
Put it up against the glass and push. It does that.
Yeah.
And luckily I have one more car door.
A new door is submerged, and they're ready for the count.
3, 2, 1. Wow, my hand just went right through.
The reason the store-bought products work is because car windows are made of tempered glass. This means they've been heat-treated so that their surfaces are under compression. Fracture it, and this tension shatters.
That's lovely. The product's meant to get you out of that car, did exactly that perfectly on the first try each.
It doesn't take much, but it has to be the right thing.
Exactly.
The guys are completely sold on the commercially designed escape products.
Well, I've got a center punch in my toolkit, and I think one's going to find its way into my glove compartment.
At last, a release. Back over at NASA, our team is finding out that folding a football field-sized piece of paper isn't exactly a breeze.
For instance, the fact that it turns into a giant windsock with the littlest bit of a breeze. There's air trapped underneath it.
But they managed to rein in the billowing parachute without any tears for an official fold one.
Let it fall. Pull the slack. Oh, that was beautiful.
They reposition for the next crease.
We're gonna fold that direction.
It's like trying to fold the world's biggest bed sheet.
It's crumpling in weird ways. It's not folding smoothly.
But the team manages to smooth out the wrinkles and make folds 2, 3,
Hey, notice we're all getting a little closer?
4, 5,
Everybody to this side for 6.
and 6. Neat and tidy tuckings.
It's actually like an airbag.
However, with each pass, the additional layers make it harder to heave over. And at fold 7, everyone and everything is starting to puff.
A lot of air. Yeah, and it's not going down. There it is. Yeah, push your foot.
7 is squashed out. Now, the team is about to go for 8. If they achieve this, they will bust the 7 paper fold myth.
See, everybody's very quiet. Because we're all anticipating busting this myth. We folded
No, we didn't blow nothing up.
We're about to go for another
They're doing testing.
Looking good. I think we're going to do it.
The paper tries to dig in its heels, but is losing its grip.
Come on. Eight.
It sure feels satisfying to beat a paper myth to a pulp.
If you draw a line all the way down, you'll be able to intersect every layer, and that is a true 8 folds. And that busts this myth.
There's no stopping our out-of-control paper pushers now. If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. Carry trucks in a giant rolling pin to flatten this piece of puff pastry some more.
Flat as a pancake!
As smooth as rolled dough, it folds back easy as pie.
God, 9.
9!
To achieve double digits, the paper is too heavy for the team to lift themselves, so they stick a fork in it.
Drive in. Drive in. That is a definite 10.
Topping 10 is going to be tough. Thanks to their buddy Exponential Growth, the paper is now 1,024 layers thick. It takes every ounce of strength they have to bend it.
Got it? That feels like an honest 11 to me.
Nice! 11.
Not only did they bust 7 folds, they turned it up all the way to 11.
You definitely put this one to bed. Absolutely.
Well, as far as our definition for the myth goes is the fold, we've got it long, we've got it flat. If we do any bit more, it's just going to be a semicircle. We got 11 folds of a football-sized piece of paper. We busted a myth, and we're going to go home before the sun completely goes down. 11 folds.
I didn't think it was possible.
Should we go to the NASA gift shop?
Yeah.
Busted. No clue yet.
If you drive into a body of water, you don't get more than one chance to escape. So is there a best hope scenario? Jamie and Adam are trying to find out.
Something tells me we're not quite done yet, are we?
No. No, we have a whole roster of survival techniques that we've heard about for getting out of the car once it's sinking in the water, and I think we owe it to the fans to try them all out.
So we're going back to the pool.
We are.
Okay. I'll get my wetsuit.
Excellent.
They've done their homework at M5. But it's way more exciting diving back into real life situations. Next, if your windows jam or it's too late to get them down, you've got to go for broke.
The next survival technique we're going to try is breaking the window. Unfortunately, we can't break the window because it's cool and, people would get glass in their feet or something. So what we've done is rig the window with a lubricant and with high voltage so that we can really positively pull it down.
The high voltage trigger should be enough to counter the differential pressure.
Here we go. That sound again. Here we go. Rushing in past my feet. Wow, we're trucking really fast. All right, I'm sinking really fast now. I'm about to hit the switch. In 3, 2, 1.
Adam hits the switch and water enters the cabin like a flood. But he rides at the torrent and escapes.
I lived. Water went in just as I thought it would, and it was quite intense. But I held my breath. I only had to hold it for a few seconds because pretty much very quickly the cap filled up. I was able to just go out the window and come to the surface.
By smashing the window, Adam survived. So in case of emergency, break glass. As the silent observer of Adam's numerous dunkings, Jamie has had time to meditate, and he's had a vision. He calls his revelation
Simply patience. The idea being that if you sit there, you relax, you conserve your energy and therefore your air, you'll be able to apply your energy when you need it, right at the last minute when the car's equalized and there's not going to be any problem getting out, instead of sitting there fighting the whole way and then you drown.
Adam is at peace with Jamie's guidance.
Let the car fill up. Let it settle on the bottom. Then casually open the door and swim to the surface. It's the maximum conservation of energy technique. It's very Jamie.
Don't do this before. Totally relax.
Adam centers himself inside the cabin.
Just one.
As the water level rises, he goes with the flow and serenely lets the car fill with water.
I'm done with that. So what's the plan today, Tyler? Nothing. Get this video done with, and who knows? Maybe do some Albert Truckers. Who knows? Maybe take a piss. I'm cutting you guys off. We'll be back on at noonish. Maybe.